Okay, again, this is Soul Horizons Tarot. If you're watching this and you haven't watched part 1 to Cancer's love reading, I would suggest go back and watch it from the beginning. We're midway through the reading, so we're going to continue where I left off. Why is the Magician in the reverse here for Shadow Mind Hidden Truth for Cancer? What is it that they do not know? Clarify this Magician in the reverse, please. 1. Get back in there. As they get 1. 2. 3. Queen of Cups. Okay, so yeah, this could also be emotional manipulation. To be honest, I feel like for some of you, this is about a family member. Others of you, yes, it definitely could be a husband, somebody that, you had plans to marry, they were the father of your child or the mother. Again, gender does not matter here. We have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, we have the Four of Wands. Some of you can't leave a home. They did provide you stability, especially financially, security, safety. But there's something manipulative about it. There's something that is kind of a little bit cagey. Pardon the pun. But I'm kind of getting a family vibe here because we do have the Ten of Pentacles twice. I guess, if you're married, that's considered your family. But yeah, there's a situation. I guess you're not aware of it, or if you are aware of it, you have not, openly, consciously acknowledged your part in playing into this. Because no matter what the bond is, with this Two of Cups, there is a bond here, an emotional bond. You don't owe anybody your freedom. And that's what it feels like is being kind of waged here, bartered for. I don't know how else to put that. It's like you feel obligated to this person based on the Ten of Pentacles, which is a responsibility, a family type situation. There could have been, oh, did it again. It could have been a situation where, this person financially afforded you a certain lifestyle, but when it came time to leave, it was like, you will have nothing. I will make sure, that's just an example, but that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting here. I mean, not to point fingers or put anybody on the spot, that could have been you, but I don't feel that. I feel like this was being done to you, which is why you were in that Queen of Swords, why you were in this, wanting to close out an old chapter. Like, you want to get out of this situation where you feel confined or you feel like you can't, or you're not allowed to, or you shouldn't have these thoughts or feelings, but at the same time you strongly strive to unchain yourself. So let's move on. This also could be a job situation where you feel stuck in a job, and if you were to leave, you would lose this Ten of Pentacles, which is financial success, financial fulfillment of some kind. Okay, so let's look at your recent past. Anything that it could be days, weeks, months, possibly even years ago, but it's still in some way affecting or influencing your current energy. So we're going to do one more, and then we're going to do the other deck. Clarify. One more with the Lovers. We have Gemini here. We also have an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Possible Earth sign. Clarify. One more with the Lovers. Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, the Seven of Wands, kind of in a blocked position. Yeah, there it is again. Same message as before. It started in the past. For some of you, it definitely was a love situation where, I mean, lovers can be family members as well. But I see this as like a spiritual, emotional, physical, and mental connection. It's also sometimes called the choice card, the ultimate choice. Nine of Cups came out as I was doing that. Interesting. It looks like it was a connection that was everything you thought you wanted, emotional contentment. Let's look at this Page of Pentacles. This could have been a new start to a commitment or a new start to a job, maybe going back to school, pursuing some different career choice or path. But in the end, you felt stuck. You felt like you were always on the defensive. You always had to protect yourself, but at the same time, you felt trapped. Page of Pentacles. Clarify what this Page of Pentacles, who or what this Page of Pentacles is. One. Two. This definitely could involve a child or children. Three. Eight of Cups. Knight of Wands. For some of you, you couldn't make a choice. Pursuing one thing would have led to having to leave something else behind. So you became kind of trapped in this idea of I can't choose. I can't choose. Should I stay or should I go? Should I commit to this or should I pursue something else? Will it survive if I do? Kind of like those mental games we play with ourselves. For others of you, this was a situation that happened, it kind of played out in a way that's like it started out really promising, and then over time you realized that you had to go in a different direction or to leave it behind, but then you ended up feeling trapped, and you trapped yourself to a degree by believing what other people were telling you, by believing your own internal thoughts about the situation, like I can't, I'm not strong enough, this or that. You went from the Nine of Cups to the Eight of Cups, so at some point you realized, I feel, that it wasn't what you thought it was. The Nine of Cups is emotional contentment, having everything that you want, or everything that you need. Not quite everything. It's not quite the Ten of Cups. It's not quite emotional fulfillment. It's almost there. But we go down to the Eight of Cups where we realize something is missing. There's a piece of the puzzle that's missing. And then we move into the Ace and the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of... So this is like whatever you're chasing now, whatever you're pursuing now, whatever's been presented to you now, this would kind of show what was missing before. Because here you're making it like you're stirred to action. to leave something behind, or to let something go, or to release something. Now this, again, this could be the other person that this played out in their mind. This is what they chose, and they ended up leaving you feeling trapped when they walked away. But somebody walked away here. They pursued something else. Because what they thought they wanted, it didn't equal out. But I feel like this is you, because now you have the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, it still could be that way. This person could have left you, and it opened up this portal to something new. Anything, Eight of Swords again. We have twice here now. The Eight of Swords. You felt trapped. You mentally trapped, especially. It could be like literal incarceration, but usually it's feeling trapped within your mind. But it's like the things that you tell yourself and the things that other people tell you that go against this, which is, you know, take a leap and just go for it. This is the desire to take action, but this is the voice that says, I can't, I shouldn't. How can I? So you get stuck in that cycle. Okay, anything else on this? Let me switch it up. Anything else on the recent past? We do have a fire sign here. Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And the Fool. So yeah, you wanted, somebody wanted, I'm going with you because you're reading. Somebody wanted to take a leap of faith here, but they kept getting trapped or stuck in this mental tug of war. Alright, but it does appear like you finally did get out of that, or while you were, you know, beating yourself up or second guessing or overanalyzing whatever you were doing back here, it does look like there's still an opportunity, or more than one opportunity being presented based on these two aces. It is slow, or you are slowing it down because you're still doing this. Regardless, it kind of looks like a situation where you thought you had everything you wanted, or somebody thought they did, and then they realized that something wasn't adding up, something was missing. It could be that you didn't walk away at all. You had the desire, like there was a secret desire, but you held yourself back because whatever dialogue you were having with yourself, it kept you from. Regardless of that, you do have some opportunities here in the present. It could be, you know, you had a good relationship, but you also wanted more. You wanted to pursue a certain passion, but for whatever reason, this wouldn't allow that. You couldn't fit it into what you had, which goes back to this guy down here. So you could have been in a situation where they wanted you to financially depend on them, and they kept you feeling like you had to, or you allowed them to make you feel that way. So let's look at what's coming towards you in the near future. Clarify. Aries, Leo, Sag, and Gemini again. The Lovers showing up again. Clarify the Queen of Wands and the Lovers. What is the most important influential thing coming towards Cancer and love that they would want or need to know about, please? What is coming towards the sign of Cancer with the Queen of Wands and the Lovers? What is the most important influential thing coming towards them in love that they would want or need to know about, please? And with the Queen of Wands and the Lovers. One. Almost had one. Two. And three. Ace of Wands again on the bottom. And the Hermit. Could be a Virgo. Honestly, it kind of looks like similar energy playing out, but more pronounced. Yeah. Alright, let's look at this Queen of Wands. Clarify the Queen of Wands. Who or what is this Queen of Wands? Clarify this Queen of Wands, please. Clarify the Queen of Wands for what's coming towards this sign of Cancer and love. 1, 2, 3. King of Wands on the bottom. Page of Pentacles. So 2 repeating cards now, the Lovers and the Page of Pentacles. So it looks like whatever was back here is popping up again. I don't know what this Page of Pentacles was other than something that inspired you to action. It was like the spark that lit the flame. Back here you were stopped by other people, but also a lot by yourself. And it looks like something, either the same thing is showing up again and presenting itself again, or it's a similar kind of energy as to what was back here. Again, you had the Judgment. You had the World. So this, for some of you, this could be a recurring opportunity that's representing itself. It's the same thing presenting itself, or it could be completely different. It does look like a person is making an offer. It's starting out small. It's serious though. They're not. Usually you can take any of the Pentacles. You can usually take them seriously. We're gonna look at the Lovers. Clarify the Lovers. Clarify the Lovers, please. Okay. The Star in the reverse. Aquarius. It could be from a direction you didn't expect, or from a person you didn't expect. You didn't have your eyes set on. You had a certain person or situation or offer in mind. This isn't quite what it was, but it's still promising. Even though the star's in reverse, it doesn't mean it's usually not negative, even in the reverse. I'm kind of looking at this as like an unexpected, like you had the star up here for a certain outcome in your mind. This is like something completely you didn't know you wanted, but here it is. You had no idea that this was what you wanted. And then we have the Hermit, which kind of makes sense. It's like you're trying to figure out what to do with this. It's not what you expected. It's not what you were hoping for, but it's presenting itself in a really good light. Or it could be from a person you haven't spoken to in a while. It could be, let's look at the Hermit. Yeah, keep it, okay. What about the Hermit? What about the Hermit? Clarify the Hermit, please. Clarify the Hermit. Okay, Six of Swords. Oh. For some of you, this is an offer that's revoked at the last minute. Like they offer you something that's really promising, and then they fall through. But it could be that they do the same thing. They second guess themselves too much and then they pull away, Or it could be you that kind of pulls away from this because it's not what you wanted, like your expectations, your standards or whatever are not matching up to what's being offered. So you kind of pull away. But this is seeking, this is seeking wisdom, internal wisdom. It's going within, isolating in order to figure something out. I don't know if you're like literally moving away from this, or you're just kind of, you're retreating within. Or this person, whoever's offering this, is doing that. Okay, clarify the probable outcome, or probable, okay, let's see, how do I ask this? Why? Two of Wands. Could be that you're waiting. Somebody's waiting on you, on them. You're waiting on them, they're waiting on you. Or there's a situation that's in the balance before you can act on this, or before they can make this. There could be distance involved. And again, it could come back to this, is like you're guarding yourself so much that you're kind of blocking a success here. Page of Wands, the Devil. Why's the Star in the reverse? Why's the Star in the reverse? Clarify the Star in the reverse. Why is the Star in the reverse? Yeah, not enough information. Yeah, somebody, I don't know if it's you or this other person. Maybe you take too long to answer, to reply, to engage. It could be because you don't feel like you have enough information. You did have that Queen of Swords that's asking pointed questions, very serious questions. You're not playing around, or this person is not. Somebody's looking for answers here. What's this about? This feels separate. This feels like somebody going off of childish whim. I think, okay, what I'm thinking here is that because they're coming in with the Page of Pentacles, you're looking at it like, this is not up to my standards. And when you don't get the answer or the explanation that you require to take this seriously, you chalk it up to somebody just being goofy, being silly, being childish. But I don't think that's what's going on. I think it's just you protecting yourself, because overall it looks really good. Unless it's the person that's from the past that broke your heart. In which case, in order to restart that, there would be a lot of things that would have to be acknowledged and resolved. Maybe that's why there's so much hesitation here on whoever's part, is because of this. But if that's not the case, you can't act on this Star. It's in the reverse because there's not enough information, and you or somebody else wants to look deeper into it. Overall, it feels positive. And maybe, you know, the hesitation here is absolutely natural and normal and valid. But it does kind of feel, based on the other cards that I've seen, that you're kind of blocking a blessing here. For the wrong reasons, if that makes sense. You could be dead on right, but you're not aware of that. You're just doing it out of self-protection. It kind of feels like even if your star was in the upright, you might still have this reaction to it because the same reason before, what was in your challenge position. You're too afraid. You're afraid of being hurt again, so you're too. You're protecting yourself to the extent where nothing can come in, good or bad, great or terrible. Hell, even a neutral. It feels like something you should be happy about, but you can't allow yourself to be. You won't allow yourself to be because you can't take it seriously. So let's move on to your advice. We have Aries energy here. I don't usually read the signs for Aries or for advice because it is advice. Nine of Wands and the Emperor, please. Nine of Wands and the Emperor. Clarify the Nine of Wands and the Emperor. Clarify the Nine of Wands and the Emperor, please, for what are your messages of truth, clarity, wisdom, guidance, advice for Cancer, not only in their current situation, it's too many, not only the current situation, but also what's blocking them and what's coming towards them. What are your messages? What do you want them to know for their best interest, grace, good, highest potential? Emperor again, and the Knight of Pentacles. So it's okay to take this slow, just as long as you know that you have full control over yourself. It's completely justified to take things slow, but you can't be acting out of fear. Like, if you are the Emperor, we did have two people that were clashing, so two people that kind of want to be in control. Here you have to show a little self-restraint in the fact that the Emperor knows his worth. He has already won the empire. He is already the ruler of an empire. He has his kingdom. Okay? So knowing that and believing that and living that, you don't need to have this Nine of Wands up because you can spot the bullshit a mile away. You're impervious to it because you already know. You've dealt with it. You've achieved the Emperor status. He got there from all the battles he won, for all the hard work he did. Okay, if you are in this Emperor status, if you know yourself, you know your worth, you know your value, you know what you're capable of, and you know what you don't do and don't deserve, if you are in that position, nobody can come for you without you sensing it. And that's where the taking it slow, like you only give so much towards it, but you can still allow it to develop over time as long as you have control. Back down here, I saw somebody that was in control of you. You felt trapped. You're not being asked to let go of that and put yourself in that position again. You're being asked to make sure you're the one in control. You see and you say how it goes, where it goes, when it goes, why it goes. It's not about not allowing it to unfold and stopping it in its tracks. It's giving it as much as you can, as you're able, as you're comfortable. But don't guard yourself so much that you end up being alone. Because the Emperor's not, I mean, obviously if you want to be single, then be single. But if you're here for a love reading, if you see yourself as the Emperor, then you're looking for your Empress, regardless of gender. So you have to be the Emperor. You have to be the Emperor. There's no pretending, there's no putting on a front. You have to be that. You know, he's assertive, he's dominant, he's demanding, he's can be controlling, but a good Emperor, the positive Emperor, is like the ruler of himself completely. Nobody rules him. Nobody comes to him with an empty cup. Nobody, you know, you don't come to him as a beggar either, or you don't come to him, you know, with a front for long, because he sees through it. He's experienced too much, he's grown too much. Regardless if you're a man or woman, this still applies. And it's okay to question people's motives and intentions, but not in this way. You do this by being the Emperor. I hope that makes sense. Like if anybody comes to you, you know, with a dagger hidden, like if you allow it to go at your own pace and in your own way, and you know, with a certain amount of respect and self-respect, they can't sneak one over on you. So yeah, part of that is taking it slow, but it's also about knowing who you are and showing who you are. It doesn't have to be a battle. It doesn't have to be, you know, petty or drawn out. Alright, so let's look at most probable outcome. This looks very, very promising with the Nine of Cups and the Six of Wands. This is wish fulfillment. This is victory and success, getting what you want, what you'd hoped for. Clarify one more with the Nine of Cups and the Six of Wands. Now this is most probable because tarot cannot be definitive. We all have free will. We have the will of others, we have our own free will, and the will of the divine, anything that is out of our hands or control. So if things continue on as they have been, this is the most probable outcome. Nine of Cups and Six of Wands, please, for the sign of Cancer. One more with the Nine of Cups and the Six of Wands. 1, 2, 3. Get this one. Oh, yep. This looks like things falling into place for you, especially if there's a King of Wands involved. Aries, Leo, Sag, you had that come out with this. I see this playing out well for you, as long as you let just a little bit of yourself open up. Okay, because Cancers are notorious for having very hard exteriors and squishy interior. Like you have to really work. But once a Cancer knows that you can be trusted, they are one of the most loving, nurturing people around. They can be quite needy in their negative because they need to learn how to, you know, be that Emperor. Show some self-respect and don't come at me. We all have our positive and negative aspects. What's this Nine of Cups about? We're going to make this quick because we're almost out of time. And I don't want to do a 3-part reading. One more with the Nine of Cups. And the Six. What is this victory and success about? Looks like you are successful with your wish. That you had the Star card in the World. This is showing up again with the World. Things changing. Closing out old chapters. Starting new chapters. New beginnings. Victory and success. 2 cards of victory and success. Clarify the Nine of Cups and the Six of Wands. What is that about? What is that victory? Oh, you come back here. 4 of Wands. Stability, if you were looking for stability, safety, possibly a marriage. It can be a marriage, but more than likely it's something to celebrate. a celebration, something to be happy about. A reward of some kind. There's very, very, very good energy here. We've got this person, and the way that I don't know if these are Kirin, I think they're called, Japanese unicorn-looking creatures. The way they're like leaping forward, the way she's leaping forward, the way her arms are spread open, it's like a very freeing, something that's very freeing. It's liberating. And it could involve a fire sign, but does not have to be. Could be just something that inspires you, that puts you in a position where you are ready to take on the world and dedicate yourself to something and pursue it, and achieve it, catch it, call it your own. Very good outcome. Very promising. Best outcome I've seen in a while. I've had some pretty rough ones lately, so this is refreshing. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like. It's almost like a refreshing. Like that's the energy that you look at. Oh, this is so refreshing. Alright, so let's look at, we got 6 minutes. I should be able to do this. 6 minutes. This is the person that you are or will be dealing with. Either the person, if you are already in a relationship and that's who you're looking at, or if you are single and wanting to know who's coming towards you. 7 and 6 of Pentacles right off the bat. Again, more Pentacles. But this is like somebody that is decided that this is worth investing in. They've made up their mind. They've done their due diligence. They've calculated the cost versus the reward, and they have decided and concluded that it is what they want to pour and invest into. Clarify. It's two people, like two separate decks, but they're both showing like these little plants that they're growing and protecting. This is somebody, and for some of you this is not a love reading, this is a job situation. In that case, it's a job has declared that you are what they want to. Maybe they want to send you to training program, or they want to invest in your business, or this is a affirmation. If you're looking into a new business with the Ace of Cups, this is something that would pay out. Yes, your answer is an affirmative. Your answer is yes, this is something that is worth investing into. Clarify. One more with the 7 and the 6 of Pentacles, please. One more with the 7 and the 6 of Pentacles for the person that is most on Cancer's mind. There, a little bit about them. 1, 2, and 3. The star come out again. Aquarius energy. The 10 of Wands was, oh, this did land in the reverse. I did this, it did land in the reverse. This looks so good. Okay, you can finally lay, what I was saying earlier, where it's liberating, you can finally lay your burdens down. Whatever this is, or whoever this is, there is solidity here. There is reliability here. It may not be, I mean, I'd have to do a personal reading, it may not be the sexiest thing, but you have a wish already attributed to this. Whatever they're offering you is something that you have thought about. It's on your mind, okay? And this is them or the situation telling you that yes, you can invest in it, yes, it is worth your time, yes, it has long-term potential. Otherwise, it is a person that is here. They're serious. Okay, they're not playing around. They're not. Currently, they are not of the mind to play any kind of games. They want to grow something with you. They want to nourish something with you. Look at the way he's holding his hands over the plant, and this individual is pouring into this little tiny plant. Alright, so that is your reading. Please, if this resonated for you, feel free to leave a comment. You can like, share, subscribe. That would greatly help, and I would appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. If well, I won't talk to specifically Cancers again, but I hope everybody out there has a safe holiday season, whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope you enjoy it with your friends and family and loved ones. Yeah, thank you again, and I'll talk to you guys next time.